All right, next up, let's talk about cold inbound leads. All right, so this is when somebody you don't know, you don't have any pre-existing relationship, no established rapport with this person, they're reaching out to you in some capacity. Okay, same thing, they can do it by text, social media, phone call. I'm going to speak to you much more generally about cold leads. The first thing that I need to do is, first of all, express my gratitude. So I say, hey, Jane, thanks so much for reaching out. This is going to be very similar to warm leads, by the way. Say, hey, Jane, thank you so much for reaching out. What prompted you to call me today? And they're going to say, oh, I've seen your stuff on social media. Oh, I got on your newsletter. I've gotten your newsletter every month. Or, oh, I just did a Google search and you popped up because you had great reviews. Remember, reviews are social currency. So I'm just going to find out why they came to me, right? That's an important thing for me to know in my business because I want to make sure I continue to pay attention to whatever source has brought me this person. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, I'm so grateful you called. Like, thanks for the opportunity. Do you have 15 minutes for us to talk about your wants and needs? And they're going to say yes or no. And then you can start rolling through LP Mama or the ISA checklist. But why I made this video separate from LP Mama and the ISA checklist, the buyer consult video, is because I want to talk to you about cold leads in general. Because they're cold, sometimes they're going to throw up more hurdles, more things you have to overcome. And I want to talk to you about a basic framework, a thing that I'm always thinking about when handling somebody cold or somebody with a lot of overcomes and hurdles that I need to get over, okay? So it's similar to what we talked about in sellers, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to understand their BS. It's like just an easy way for me to remember it in my brain. That is their belief system. So if they're saying, hey, I don't really know if I need to buy, I'm just kind of curious, I'm investigating it, I'm not committed, blah, 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 blah. I can say, okay, cool, I totally understand, right? Like, I mean, this is my job to guide and consult you, so let's do that. Like, what are your concerns? And I have them list out their concerns. Remember, I'm taking notes here. I'm writing down all the hurdles, all the things I'm going to need to overcome in order to help this person on their way towards their goal, right? They have a goal to move, probably. They called me, right? There's some level of motivation. So I just keep asking questions until I believe that I have a full understanding of their belief system, okay? So maybe this person thinks it might not be the right time in the market, or maybe they're not sure how the process even works, right? Whatever you need to do, just understand their belief system, and then you're going to move into educating and informing them, right? So this is your time to say, okay, cool, I totally understand that. Where did you get that information? You know, if that's an applicable question, I always want to know where they got that to make sure it's a credible source. It could be, I see this all the time on Facebook and Instagram. I was going to say The Onion, but sometimes people's sources that they're basing life decisions off are so incredible, not credible. Right, so I want to find out where they got the information from, and then I just guide and consult, okay? So I'm going to go through my notes one by one. I'm going to say, hey, Jane, it sounds like you're curious about the state of the market. Can I tell you about what's happening? And then just use this time to inform them, right? Be a knowledge broker. Say, hey, look, you know, it's a real intense seller's market right now, or hey, you know, we're shifting towards a buyer's market. Things are slowing down. There's more inventory. I think it's actually a great time for you to purchase, even though interest rates are higher. Next thing, I don't even know how this process works. Okay, cool. Can I teach you about the process? You know, we have a couple options. You know, you can sell and then buy. We can buy and then you can sell. But really, all that's going to be figured out by the mortgage broker. All right. So can I get you connected to my favorite mortgage broker so that she can help you figure that part out? Right. And just keep going forward and keep moving on. All right. I just want to zoom out. I wanted to tell you cold leads sometimes need a little bit more work, and you should handle them with this basic framework in mind. Understand their belief system. Understand where they got that information, and then do your best to inform and teach them. All right, let's move on to the next video.